So something that a lot of people like is drinking milk, right?
Yes.
That was something that
very
was
needed.
yeah, that was something that I really enjoyed doing. And so today we're going to give you a coconut option for milk. So why do you like coconut versus say some other seeds or nuts or that kind of thing? Because a lot of people are doing things like soy milk or almond milk or that type of thing.
Cashew milk also. And because the first 2 to 4 months when you dealing with leaky gut still, it's very difficult to digest the nuts.
Okay.
And the way they process might not be sprouted, so it makes it hard. So in the meantime, we have two options. We do either coconut or sunflower seed.
Coconut or sunflower seeds. So today, I mean, sunflower seeds is pretty straightforward, right? You're going to soak your sunflower seeds and then you'll add some water and you'll make a milk or a cream, depending on how much water you add and what other things you add to it.
Yeah, you can do like half a cup of sunflower seeds with 2 cups of water, put a little vanilla, and then you can put some blueberries just to bring a little more taste, and a little sweetener, maybe stevia, so make it taste good, because sunflower seeds is not as good as the nut milk, but you can make it taste good.
Okay, and so today, as far as coconut milk, we're going to start out with the easy option, okay? The easy option would be to use processed coconut flakes, right? And so these coconut flakes, as I was reading about it, it seems that I thought that they were simply dehydrated, and usually when we dehydrate, we dehydrate at a lower temperature to keep a lot of the nutritional content and the enzyme activity, that type of thing. But in this case, it seems that the coconut has been dehydrated at a higher temperature, I think above 200 degrees. And so, and it also changes the flavor of the coconut, but it's an easier option. So we're gonna try this. And so we're gonna add about a cup of the coconut flakes.
Yeah, this is a half a cup, so I'm gonna do a cup.
Okay.
And about a cup of water.
Okay, we're gonna do about 1 to 1. And you can do thicker or thinner depending on, what your preference is. You can always add more water. It's hard to take water out.
So the water can be cold or
yeah, the warmer
warm.
the water, then the coconut is going to be a lot more likely to form into a milk. When I first started doing it, I only had ice cold water, and it didn't really want to form in milk that well. Mercy actually likes to soak the coconut in very hot water for about 30 minutes, and that can lead to maybe an easier process.
So the longer you blend, the better,
Yeah,
right?
so the longer you blend, the better. And we didn't blend really all that long.
Just for
For
showing.
yeah. So, and so you can see if you are blending at more, this is cooler temperatures, it's not ice cold or anything, you can see that there's going to be a lot of the meat of the coconut that is left behind. Thank you. And so, we take a strainer and you can do this. Now this does take a long time, so what you might want to do is you might want to put it into a bag here. This is a mesh bag that we can put this into, and then you would squeeze it out, and that'll probably take less time. But okay. So you can do this if it's just for you and you don't have a bag yet, a nut bag or a milk bag. I don't know what they call these things, but you can see that you have some water that's coming out and it's white and milky. And you can flavor it with vanilla or what else would you add? Would you add anything to sweeten this?
You know, it's so it has so much flavor that it really doesn't need anything. But you can add vanilla and a little sweetener.
Okay.
Yeah, for introducing somebody that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here, and maybe I will, yeah, can we grab a bowl and I'll put the remainder, yeah, that's great. So this is just for the sake of demonstration. So we would press it a little bit more, but I just wanted to show you that's the process. And you know, we actually don't mind just using it without filtering it, but this is just to give your family and friends more of that milk type of experience when they eat.
Yeah, most people like the milky and not the texture. So we do it, but then this you can just dehydrate it or use in your cookies. It will give it good flavor.
So the next thing that we're going to use is frozen coconut. And so this is coconut chunks from Trader Joe's, and it just contains coconut, which is
So
nice.
is the young coconut or the?
This looks like mature coconuts because there's quite a bit of meat
So
on
it's the
this.
brown, right?
Yeah, and so we have another lesson where we illustrated young Thai coconuts and how to open that. And today we're using mature coconut.
This is a super great way to do your milk because it's already open. That's what takes it long.
Right.
This is just very simple. So we covered it up with water, barely. If you do water more than covering, it's gonna dilute your coconut milk, so it's not gonna taste as good. So you really want to just barely cover the coconut.
Okay, so just barely cover the level of the coconuts there with the water.
Yes. You can blend it longer,
Okay,
just for
So-
the sake of the video.
we will try for this. Do you want to try with the nutmeg?
That sounds good.
Okay, so we'll pour it in here. And this, as you can imagine, you know, even kids can get involved in this. This is kind of fun. And you squeeze the butter, the milk out.
You can get butter from it. If you put less water, you can make a nice cream, nice coconut cream. And you can flavor it like using like for butter.
So that is our frozen coconut, and that was from 1 cup. You can see with the nut bag, it's just a lot more efficient. So the last method, so which way do you like so far?
Myself, I like the second one.
You like the...
Yeah, because I know the flavor is gonna be better.
Right?
And it's not, hasn't been processed to high temperature, so it's
Yeah.
still raw.
Yeah.
So I really like this one. But
Right.
you know, I use the first one too because it's so easy when I'm in a rush.
Right, right. And you
Yeah.
can take it with you when you're traveling. So that you can take that with you when you're traveling. So that's nice.
Yes, that is a great
Yeah,
option.
and you
just
can't
bring
do
it
that
with
with
you
the
in this,
frozen.
but then take your little tiny blender.
Blender.
We travel with a little blender and make our milk, but we don't strain it when we travel.
So this is a mature coconut. So this is our third way of making coconut milk. And of course, this is straight from the coconut and straight to your table. But first of all, what we do with the coconut is that we wash it.
Yeah, just the area that you're gonna work with. Right?
And you want to have a coconut that's pretty heavy, and you can hear the water sloshing around. And as far as how to open this coconut, I will just go. So there are 2 eyes, and here's a mouth. And what do you think, Mercy? This one?
Seems like, yeah.
So we'll try.
If it doesn't work, you just go to the next and the next until it goes. It's probably not.
Yeah, that one doesn't
Let's try
seem so
that.
good. So let's,
It might be the last one.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Oh, wait.
That's going?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going easy.
Well, and if I can't get it, I might have to ask you. Well,
No, you got it. You got it.
okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll take this instrument. This is a coconut tool that I got online.
I like that tool. I don't have that tool, but I'm just looking forward to see how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we did buy it, but I couldn't make it
You
work.
couldn't figure out how to make it work?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I now I remember that. I think you told us, but I had to figure it out how to use it still. So I use just a knife like this.
well, you can watch these YouTube videos, I think. And so I think that's how I learned about it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you can see the water is starting to come out. And that's why we washed the exterior of the coconut. And we'll just wait for this to drain. Once this is all drained, what we're going to do is we're going to put the coconut into this bag, and this is just a potato bag, and you want to put it into a strong bag.
Like an onion bag. That'll be super great. Yeah.
Yeah, and what you'll do is you can go outside and
Hit it in the cement. Oh, my husband uses a hammer.
yeah, you
That's
can take a
a-
hammer and do that. But you want to have
more
a way.
elegant way to do it.
I have done this.
I do the cement all the time, or a rock. Just hit it till it takes only a few seconds.
It's a good way to get out your
Stress level. Okay.
so
We're just gonna do that right now.
we'll do that right now, and then we'll come back. So we have cracked the coconut, thanks to Mercy. Mercy, good job. So you can see what it looks like. There are 2 things that Mercy mentioned when she was cracking this coconut that I think were good. One is that when you taste the water, if it tastes bitter or if it looks really cloudy or darker, then it's not as good of a coconut.
Also, when you're breaking the coconut, if it has a dark into the shelf, dark part, that's a spoil.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like
Yeah,
this part?
Yeah, so in this part, it'll be like a moldy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have shelled this now. So we're going to show you here. We took off the, what do you call these things? Husks or?
Coconut, whatever it is.
Yeah. But we're going to show you how we do it with the different tools, okay? So this is a coconut tool that I got online. And you want to be careful with these things because when I do coconuts, I don't do a whole lot of mature coconuts because I tend to be in a hurry a lot. And this does take a little bit of time. And I don't want to hurt myself.
And I'm going to do it with just a regular knife. So when I do it, I'm going to move this so they can see. I want to do it toward the shelf. If I don't, it's not going to work. So it has to go toward the shelf. I think it worked with that device too. So I go this way. And once I get it, it just
lift up.
pops. But if I don't go that way, if I try to go this way, it just doesn't work. So after, it just comes right out. Some are very hard, some are not. This seems to be hard. I mean, not that hard. So this is.
I feel like I'm all dressed up to go break some coconuts.
Yeah, it's sometimes just to start it is a little hard. So.
Yeah,
So you have to kind of be patient. You see, I'm pointing down the angle. So once I get, see, this is not working as easy. I just got it.
Yeah, some of them, like one of them that I did just popped right out. This one, it took a little bit of work to find the space.
So once you get it in there, you just wiggle and keep wiggling so you can get more coconut at once. Okay, so this one, pop.
Okay. I've worked up a sweat.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. So that's why we gave you the other options, right? Okay.
If you want to work out.
So maybe we can wash those.
Okay.
And I like that device.
Yeah.
That device is pretty handy because it has the round way. So once you just get it, it just comes right out.
So
we're washing the coconut, and then this time, George, you wanted us to do the coconut water, right? I usually don't do this, but I love the idea because it should be more nutritious. You have the minerals and all the electrolytes.
Because you can drink the coconut water by itself,
so
but
it should be tastier. So I can't wait to taste doing this way.
So the brown you can keep on, and the reason that you can keep this brown part on is because we're going to strain this anyways.
Mm-hmm. This is okay to put it on, but the big shelves we don't want to put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this little one. Wow, we got it done so fast. Usually it takes a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna cover, right?
Yes.
With water. Okay, you don't wanna do more water. I don't know if we have enough, but we'll try. You have to just cover with water, and we might need a little more water.
Perfect. It almost looks perfect though, right? If you just move a little bit of the coconut. Let's just try it and see.
Let's try this. You want a creamy? Okay.
Yeah, I like
that.
creamy.
Sounds good. Okay, this should be the best coconut ever. Milk. I tried so many ones, but this is the best. This is gonna be creamy because we didn't add as much water.
Right.
But
and what we have left over, we're gonna use that bowl. Yes. What we have left over. Here we go. We're gonna use that bowl over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to put it here.
Okay.
Because the bag fits there.
Okay.
And then we can
move it
there, or we can squeeze it there. Maybe you can help me get all, since we work so hard. I kind of like it here because, but we can do it here. That'll be easier, I think.
So we try to get every bit of this that we can.
Yeah, my husband used to do this like every 3 days because it lasts only 3 days. After 3 days pause, for years until finally he said, "I'm retiring from this. I'm getting tired breaking coconuts." So now we're doing the nut milk since we, I'm in remission with my autoimmunity. Thank you. Oh, now I can do it.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay. So this is ready. Can't wait to taste it. First time I'm doing with the water. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna put it in here and then pour it in there.
All right. I'm gonna pour it now in here. And
Should we test?
Yeah, why don't we taste it? Let's see where I put a glass. Here, I'm going to give you this to taste it because you're the official. Okay.
And you have to kind of stir it every time. I was just gonna have a simple, small taste. Tastes good. Tastes very good. Tastes great, but the water gives a very strong taste. So you can. It depends of your taste. If you like a lot the coconut water, this is the best milk.
Right.
But if you don't like, particularly don't like that,
that's true.
Then you wanna do without the water.
That's true because when I do this with the young Thai coconuts, it tastes great. But that's true. The coconut from the mature coconut might be a little different. So here we have the three options that we talked about today. We were trying to take us through different options for making milk. And so we have it, the easiest way would be from dehydrated coconut flakes. And then from frozen coconuts, either of those would be good options. And this is the most time-consuming, straight from a coconut, but I think it's the most fun.
Yeah, it'll be a great activity for the family.
And the coconut milk here tastes totally different than, either of the two options, as well as when you buy it out of a box. It's just, there's really no comparison.
Yes.
And you're not going to get any of the preservatives. You're going to have more antioxidants and, more nutrients. And so I think it's just such a great option to do.
Worth it.
So one thing that I just wanted to mention is that a lot of times when people think about the work that it takes to eat this way, I think people feel overwhelmed. And so one thing that's been helpful for me is to just reframe the whole thing, and instead of thinking of it as work or this is what I have to do and you feel overwhelmed, try to take it one step at a time. And if we could look at it as a fun thing, this is something that you could experience as a family, how to break coconuts. You can learn about coconuts, and as we're doing these things with our hands, we're actually developing the frontal lobe. We're actually developing parts of the brain that we normally would not be using. And so when we think of it in this way, it makes it a lot less daunting. It makes it a lot more fun.
But at the same time, your energy is back, and you are able to do more things than before.
Right.
So you actually, having more time for other things just because your energy level.
You're because of what you're doing, you're investing in yourself, and it will come back and reward you.
Yes.
So why don't you take some time today to go out and try a coconut?